Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. So this is it, the 12th of April, the day that all of us in England have been waiting for. We can return to the caravan and campsites. And I know Wales has already been out and Scotland's got a little bit more of a wait, but for us this is it and we are very, very much excited. We spent all yesterday getting the motorhome ready. So as you know, we bought this motorhome on the 1st of April from Cara. This will be our first trip, like many of you, certainly our first trip of this year, and it's actually the first time we've been away since the middle of October last year, so it's been a long time. So yesterday we got some water in the tanks, we pulled the water through, the water system's all fine. We put various bits in, which I'm just going to show you around and see where I've put things. And then this morning we had Asda come with a food delivery, so the fridge is full, and I'll show you the benefit of a great tower fridge in a minute. Yeah, so we are literally just ready to go. So we're going to be setting off about 1 o'clock because we're going to Exebridge Lakeside Caravan and Motorhome Club site. It's a site that we haven't been to before. It's sort of at the base of Exmoor. It's in Somerset, so right on the border with Devon. It looks a nice club site. I think it's got 80 pitches altogether, something like that, 80 or 89 pitches altogether. We had a call yesterday from them saying that we'd been allocated a pitch because they're so busy. They've allocated pitches, so we've got sort of like a grass pitch but with the webbing underneath, so hopefully we'll be fine on that. And we can check in from 2:20, so we're not a million miles from where we live to the site, so we're not setting off too early. So yeah, so we're all ready. So what I'll do, I'll just show you, because as I say, this is our first motorhome that we've owned. Obviously we had the loan last year, but this is our first motorhome. So I'm just going to sort of go through how I've packed a few bits up. So we're going away for 6 nights. So this is sort of really what I've got. So there's nothing in these cupboards up here. These are empty. So I'll start here. So this is in the kitchen. So in here I've thrown a large box of tea bags, some breakfast cereal, and some cakes and treats. That's going to be my treat cupboard, I think. So that's that cupboard. Now in this one, what I've put in here, I've got my kitchen rolls, I've got my whistling kettle, and I've got some dog food. You'll notice it actually says cat food. It's because I bought a smaller box for Fudge, and he's quite partial to that box of cat food from Lidl, so I've stocked him up on that for holidays. Now I've filled my drawers because obviously these were empty when I had a brief look around. This is the cutlery drawer. I haven't as yet got my cutlery tray. I need to buy one. That's the only thing the motorhome didn't come with. I think the previous owners might have taken it out because there's certainly a space for one. So that's cutlery. Then I've got my rack for the washing up. I've got my tea towel, so that fits in quite well there. And then the bottom drawer, I've decided to utilise this for my plates and stuff. Please do excuse the tea-stained bamboo mugs. They're absolutely filthy. I need to pure clean those. But I've decided that that's a good spot to put my plates and bowls in so they don't move about a lot. So that's a really good drawer. I filled my fridge. Now, I'm intending on having fish and chips tonight, which you might see later on in the vlog once we get there. But this is the Big Thetford, about 150 litres. So this is now filled, ready to go away. I've prioritised with some cakes, which I know you'll be surprised by. In fact, I've got quite a few cakes, but you've got to have cakes when you go motorhoming. So I've not as yet put anything in the freezer. I've not got any frozen bits to take. But I've got various, as you can see, bits of food, pizzas, chicken. I've even bought some grapes. So I thought I'd better try and be at least a little bit healthy. But what's really good is this bottom shelf down here. I've got various bits of food in here, but then right at the back it's got a divider, so I've got my milk in there, so hopefully that won't go everywhere. So that food I'm hoping is going to last us, well, certainly well into the week, and then there'll be quite a few takeaways. And then I've just used this cupboard up here to put my loaves of bread in. So yeah, that's how I've decided to pack up. And then in the bedroom, I've got a big pull-out drawer where I've put all the clothes, and then I've got all the toiletries in the bathroom, so it's worked really well. The garage, I've packed up the garage. I've got in there Fudge's crate, because Fudge travels in a large crate, and I've secured that on the D-rings. Personally, we don't have him in here. Certainly we're not when travelling. Even with a harness, he's a big dog, and if something went wrong, he could be a bit of a projectile. So he will travel in his crate, which is, he's happy with that. That's what he knows. We've also got a big motorhome box in the back there with various bits and pieces as well, like our ramps. We've got a table and chairs, we've got toilet chemicals and all that sort of stuff. So we're packed up and ready to go. So what I'll do is, once we head off, we'll see you up in the cab, and we'll give you a bit of an update on how the motorhome drives, how it feels, how much noise there is, how many miles per gallon we're getting or not getting, and then a drive into Exebridge Lakeside, because it might be that some of you are interested in visiting that site. As I say, we've never seen it, so we'll get on our pitch when we get there, and then we'll have a wander around and show you it. So yeah, I'll see you on the road. So that's it, we've packed everything up and we've jumped in the motorhome, and as you can see, Jules is driving, because obviously you can drive this motorhome on a category B driver's license because it's 3.5 tons. So I get a bit of a rest from doing the towing, which is nice for me. So we're going to head off to Exebridge Lakeside, as I said before, which is it'd be about an hour, 40 minutes to an hour maybe, depending on how busy the roads are, because who knows. Normally to get to this site, if you're coming from the north, you'd come down the M5 and then come off at Tiverton. We are going along the north on the A39 because it's more accessible from where we live, and then we will be dropping down on the, I think it's the A396, straight down to the site. The site's literally just off that A road, so accessibility shouldn't be too bad for anybody to this site, but I'll let you know. So once we get there, we'll have to just get checked in, get on our pitch, and get sorted. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. The new motorhome, really pleased with it. Everything seems to be working. We've not found any issue with it whatsoever. Jules is obviously enjoying the drive. We're just in a narrow spot at the moment, but he's enjoying it. I think if we compare this to the little mini Matrix, because we had the Matrix 520 last year, now this motorhome's 1.4 metres longer than that motorhome, same weight, same width, but I think this motorhome, this bigger one, seems to drive much better. I think, could be wrong because I don't know much about it, but I think the length, it's more balanced because the motorhome's longer, so we've probably got a bit more weight towards the back. I don't know, but yeah, the ride's really nice. The rattling, you can probably sort of hear the rattles that we can hear. There are some rattles, you know, it is a motorhome at the end of the day. The only thing I need to spend a bit more time on is the oven. The oven shelf's a bit rattly, but apart from that, it's pretty good, to be fair. So yeah, that's where we're at. So what we'll do is we'll catch up with you a bit nearer the site, and have a ride in so you can see the entrance into Exbridge Lakes. So we'll see you on site.
Without cutting you off, just a quick one, just to say on the rattling, what I have found and noticed is that it can massively depend on the road as well. The road surface and how it's laid, I have found a massive difference in comparison to like motorways and these sort of roads. So yes, the rattle is there, but it's less on the longer journeys.
And so far, it's, well, you found when you drove it back from Cara that it was quite efficient on fuel as well, really, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Which I know it was completely empty, but to be fair, we're not doing bad on, what do you think we're doing? 30 miles to the gallon?
I have no idea, I'm just driving it and watching the needle.
We'll keep you updated, but yeah, it seems quite efficient as well. Obviously it's a smaller engine at 130 brake horsepower, but yeah, so we're really pleased with it. But as I say, we'll see you at Exbridge, so we'll see you.
Don't forget to give van waves. Hello, fellow motorhomer.
Yeah, van waves. See you soon. So we are on our way, and I just thought I'd show you Dunster, because Dunster's near Minehead, and it's a really nice
There's the castle.
little village. And yeah, straight ahead of us, you can probably just see that is actually Dunster Castle. So you can, it's National Trust, Jules? I think it's National Trust. So if you're a National Trust member, you can obviously go and visit the castle. The castle is like there, that is the castle up there. And yeah, it seems a really popular spot. But Dunster itself, it's easy to drive through with the motorhome. There's a traffic light system, as you can see. And then you get through this bit. So even if you're fairly long, shouldn't be too much of an issue. It does get narrow in parts. If you were towing with a caravan, you just have to take it steady. It is a little bit tight. If you had a long outfit like our previous outfit, it might be a little bit of a pinch. Like at places like this, you'd certainly have to swing wide and hope for the best, as you can see there. But yeah, in a motorhome, it's absolutely no problems. And then this is like the second part of Dunster, as you just head out now away from the A39 and Minehead, and heading down towards Exbridge. So it's fairly narrow in places, but people just obviously have to give way. But yeah, so this is Dunster if you were interested in coming to see Dunster Castle. Right, so I've been and checked in. I've had a very friendly welcome from the wardens who are having their first season here. They've come from the Isle of Wight apparently. So we're going to head off down, and we are down the bottom end. We were on 51, but we're now on 54. So we're going to venture down, and then we'll have a bit of a look around the site. So
does that want a lift?
No. So when you arrive, you check in, pay your balance, and there's a new test and trace record to fill in, which looks like this. So I'll have to fill that in and then whiz back. So this is like the main road through the middle of the site. The service pitches are to our right as we go through, and here we've got the service block on the left, and there is a motorhome service point there. We've got enough water, so we don't need to fill up here at Exbridge. And then we're venturing now. This is, you can see it says the overflow field. When the site is full, they open up the overflow, and these are grass pitches. The top row where we're going are the ones that have got the mesh underneath, so we should be fine with the motorhome. So these apparently are really popular pitches, because obviously you've got this sort of nice view that you can see. And there's another service point here which has got waste, drinking water, and a Nelson point. And I think the dog walks down here as well, so Fudge is going to be well happy when he sees that. So we're going to be right next to the dog walk.
And those pheasants.
And the pheasants, yeah, Fudge will enjoy playing with those later. So we just follow it round now to the left, and our pitch will sort of be the second one after the dog walk. So there's the gateway into the dog walk. It looks absolutely mega. Look at that. Oh yeah, Fudge's gonna be well excited. So if you've got a dog, that's great. So here we have some trouble causers with an Adria. Look. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's Gary Brooks, for anyone who doesn't know Gary Brooks. And this is our pitch, 54. So I think we'll go nose in. Unless do you want to reverse in and have... Nope. No, we'll do our usual. We'll go nose in. Hopefully we'll fit on here. There we go. So we're nose in, and obviously our door is on the right hand side. I'll turn us round. There we go. So our door is on the right hand side, so we've come nose in, so we'll now be opening up onto what would be people's normal left side. Looks so we've got some trouble causing neighbours, so we'll just get Fudge out, stretch his legs, get
sorted and
get sorted, get the electric on. We seem pretty level already, to be fair.
It feels good.
I have got...
Loving the motorhome life.
Yeah, well that
Get the kettle on, that's it, we're done.
This is it,
We're set up.
We're just going to put the kettle on and we're done. I have got my levelling device, which I say these are like £2.99 in caravan shops or online. So do you want to test it on the flat bit of floor, James? Whoa! Perfect. So we're absolutely perfectly level. So
I'll get a photo and I'll put that in here.
Yeah, so we don't even need to level up. Look at that. Oh wow. So that's how difficult it was. So we're just going to hook up the electric, get a drink, and then we'll have a wander around the site so you can see Exbridge Lakeside. So yeah, brilliant. We'll see you in a bit. So literally we've driven round and we've pulled on to pitch 54. Fudge is sat out. He's already got a face on, don't ask me why, but I think he wants a drink, so we'll get him some water in a minute. So yeah, Fudge is set out. Great, huge grass pitch, really pleased with it. We've just whipped the canopy out just to get some air to that from when we bought it, just needed some air to it. But look at the view, it's like mega, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a really, really scenic site. As I say, we've not been before, but it's absolutely beautiful. So I think we'll have a nice couple of days here. To this side, it's like a wood, and this is where the A396 road is. There's a little bit of road noise, but again, not overly bothered. It hasn't sort of disturbed me at all. So what I'm going to do now is just going to have a little trot back up the site, because I need to go to reception to drop off my track and trace. So we'll have a wander up, and you can have a bit of a closer look at the site. So we'll head up there now. So this is, as I said, the top end of the site at Exbridge, and then we move down to some of the grass pitches. So you've got grass on this side, and then on the other side. Now, these pitches are just grass. They don't have the surface underneath. So this week, I don't think these are open because they are still a bit soft, but normally these would be fine. The top row of grass pitches where we are, they've got the surface underneath, so they're ideal for motorhomes, or obviously if the weather's not been great like it hasn't recently. So in terms of where the service block is, the toilets and showers, from where we are, literally it's probably, oh I don't know, maybe a minute walk, 40 seconds to a minute if that. So it's really quite close. On a night, I think on a night it'll be fairly dark down here. Looking back, I can't see it very well illuminated. There's a light here on the service point, so you'll be all right there. But obviously if you were walking down in the dark to go to the showers or the loos, I think just bear in mind that this area down here might be fairly dark, but it's really nice. It's got a lovely feeling as the site. And then once we come back out of the grass pitches, which, as I say, they only open those if the site's full, you then get all the hard standing pitches, which are this way behind me. I think there's 49 hard standing pitches, and then the rest are these grass ones, and I think that takes it up to about 80. And then we've got the service block here, which obviously I'm not going into to show you around, but that's just there, the toilets and showers, and then the reception's further back, which is where I'm going to head to give my form in. So we'll carry on venturing back up to reception. So after we've passed the loo blocks, we then get here, and this is like pitch 25, 26, 27. And these are service pitches. I don't know how long they've had service pitches here at Exbridge, so I can't comment on that. But they've got electric, and they've obviously got water and drainage for your waste, grey waste on the pitch. So these are just here, and obviously quite out in the open, so you're probably going to get some really good sunshine, but not a great deal of shade in summer. So yeah, those are the service pitches. And then these ones are just like the normal hard standing, which are really good size. That is a good thing about the Caravan and Motorhome Club, is that the pitches are always really generous, because we had a problem before with the big car, the big Caravan and the big awning. So yeah, good size pitches. Right, we'll carry on to reception. So I've just gone back to reception, because when you arrive, you get a track and trace form that you've got to fill in. So I've filled that in, gone back. We've got bands for the loos. The toilets are open, but no showers. And we've got a fob, obviously, for the barriers for coming and going. And again, I like that. It's nice and secure. So that's us all set up, really. So I'm going to venture back and get the kettle on and chill out for a bit on the pitch, because it's lovely. So it's really nice to be back out. Jules and I are really enjoying it, and so is Fudge. So we'll venture back up. So yeah, see you back at the pitch. So we're nearly back at the pitch. Our plans are, while we're here, is tonight I'm going to go to the fish and chip shop in Dulverton and get fish and chips. And it looks quite well priced, because I always price things up as well before. That's a Yorkshire thing that I just can't get rid of, although I'm not as bad as I used to be. So I'm going to get a large cod and a small chips, which is my plan. Jules, I don't know, he'll probably finish mine and maybe have a sausage. And then tomorrow we're going to go back to Dulverton, because there's a really good pie shop. It's not called the pie shop, it's called something to do with cakes. I'll show you tomorrow, but they've got amazing pies and cakes. So Jules will probably get a pie and I'll probably get a cake. So yeah, so I'll let you know how the fish and chips go. But for now, I'm going to get the chair out, get a coffee, and yeah, living the dream. I don't know whether you can see that, but when we got the motorhome, it did have some stickers on. I'm not a fan of stickers, as you may well know. If we were keeping this motorhome, I would remove those, because I don't think that looks a great deal like me, and that definitely doesn't look anything like Jules. Although, well, it's maybe a bit there, but it doesn't look anything like Jules. But we are living the dream. But the motorhome's a bit mucky. It needs a wash, but we didn't get to do it before we set off, because it rained, so that put an end to that. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so yeah, I'm going to get the kettle on. Morning, so it's Tuesday, it's the next morning. We had a really good day yesterday. We arrived and got set up, and then we went for a walk, which, if you head off over there, basically, there's some fishing lakes. So we walked down there, past the lakes, which was really scenic. Obviously, I'm not interested in fishing, but we walked past those, out onto a lane, and then we cut across the road, and then there was a nice path by the river, so we walked along the river. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and it was such a nice day with the sun, so that was nice. And then we got back here, and then obviously I had to have some fish and chips for tea, which is a bit of a thing for me, as you know. So we went down to Dulverton. There's a fish and chip shop in Dulverton, and they were all right. I'd give them a 5 out of 10, which doesn't sound amazing, but I've got quite high standards with my fish and chips. But they're 5 out of 10, that's not bad for me. So we had fish and chips, and Jules set the table up outside, and we were actually able to sit out and eat, which was nice. And it was quite late, so it stayed warm. And then we had a cup of tea in the motorhome. And an early-ish bed, really. And then this morning we woke up to a mega ground frost. It must have been -2 last night. So we woke up to a bit of a frost, and now we're up. It's just coming up 9 AM, and we're going to go to Dulverton again. Dulverton's got this pie shop that I told you about, which I'll get some footage of when we get to Dulverton, because I can't remember the name of it, but the pies are fantastic. Motorhome parking in Dulverton is not going to be very easy. I've found one car park which is near the Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Dulverton, because there's a further site there, And there's a couple of bays there where we'll be able to reverse back and get the overhang. So if you are going in a motorhome, have a look out for that car park, because that's probably your best place to park. If not, there is a bus. I've looked at this. You can get the number 25 bus from near the site. Again, you walk through the fishery and you pop out on the lane, and there's a bus stop there near the pub. There's a pub called the Anchor. There's a bus stop there, and that'll take you into Dulverton. As I say, it's the number 25. I think it runs on the hour or every hour or something. So that's another possibility if you've got a motorhome and you didn't want to have to drive. So yeah, so let's venture off. Less of me waffling as usual. Let's head off, and I'll see you in Dulverton. So we've parked up near to the Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Dulverton. I think it's Moorhouse, and then we've walked on North Moor Road. So if you come out of the club site and turn left and walk along this road, it's very narrow. You're probably best not coming down it with a motorhome, but you can get down with a car. And this is the pie shop. It's the exclusive cake company, and they do pies and cakes, and well, you can see from the board. I've just got a couple to put me on for this afternoon. That, as you know, I like to eat healthily when I'm on my holidays. So yeah, so I've got a few treats to put me on. So that's it really. The main shops are on the High Street in Dulverton, which is obviously going back towards the club site. And then there's the High Street with loads of shops, and a fish and chip shop and little cafes and things. So that's where the main stuff's going on. But yeah, that's where to get pies. So I'm going to head back now into Dulverton and carry on with my day. So I'll see you in a bit. And that's it, we're back at site. So I didn't show you a lot because that's not what this vlog's about. This was just our first motorhome trip with the new used motorhome, and just a bit of a look around Exebridge Lakeside for you if you're thinking of coming down here to sort of the Exmoor area. We've really enjoyed this site, I must say. Never been, it was recommended. And I'll certainly be coming back. It's really a really nice site. The pictures where we are, there is a little bit of road noise, not during the night, but during the day. That's not something that bothers us personally, but if you don't like road noise, it's something to be mindful of. The motorhome's perfect. We had such a good night's sleep last night. We had the heating on low, and it kept ticking in. Obviously it was below freezing last night, so we're really pleased with the motorhome. I can't say any more than that. We're absolutely made up with it. We are going to have a quiet afternoon on the pitch. We're going to eat some pies that we've bought, and then we're venturing off tomorrow morning. We are going on somewhere else, but there'll be a further vlog on that as and when we've filmed that. So thank you for joining us on our first motorhome trip since the release of lockdown. I hope you've all had a great time away. I know some of you are going away over the next few days and at the weekend, and hopefully you as well will have a brilliant time like we have. It is so nice to be back out. I can't really sort of explain how nice it is just to see some friends again, and be back out on a pitch. So yeah, I hope this is a good start for the rest of us for the rest of the year. So brilliant. So safe travels and touring to you all. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.